What's going on? People. It's your boy Skills. I'm back. I'm going to try it again. I couldn't concentrate at first. So, check this out. People got the misconception about manifesting. They think they could just sit there, not do anything, and think about what they want and the shit gonna happen. No. It don't happen like that. What people got to realize is you have to get clear. If you're not clear within, you're not going to get anything clear from without you. See, you can't have a lot of stuff on your mind. You can't have a lot of shit on your heart. Your spirit cannot be disrupted. You have to be in alignment. You have to be in alignment. You have to be, your mind, your heart, and your soul have to be in alignment. Why does it have to be in alignment? Because that's all energy. It's all energy. And that's what nobody can take from you. Now, when it comes to manifestation, we manifest every moment of the day. We manifest every moment of the day. We just don't know how the process goes. You see what I'm saying? When we understand how the process goes, I swear to God, it's so easy. I swear to God, it is so fucking easy. First of all, with your mind and your heart and your spirit, all of them got to be in alignment. They all got to want the same thing. You can't think about one thing, feel another, and do something else. Because all that's going to do is leave you in chaos. It's going to leave you in straight chaos. You don't know what's going on. You ain't going to know what to do. See, people look for this mystical, magical event to happen. And it don't happen. What's up, Jarrell? It don't happen. This shit take work like anything else. And the first work you need to do is your shadow work. You got to do your shadow work. If you don't do shadow work, you will not manifest anything that you desire. You will manifest the shit that you don't want. So, when it comes to manifesting, you got to understand your frequency, your vibe. Because that's the only way you're going to manifest is to get on the frequency or the vibe of what you want. So how do you do that, Rick? How do you do that, Rick? You've got to submerge yourself in the frequency of what you want. Meaning, you can't think about nothing else. I mean, you got to take care of your business and stuff like that. But you can't let other stuff boggle your mind. You can't be on Facebook giving your energy to these celebrities, their lives, their girlfriend lives, how much money they spending, what they got on, look who's sleeping with who. They give you all that shit to distract you. And once you're distracted, you've lost all power. Let me tell you something. This I get submerged in what I want. First of all, I don't focus on what I want. I focus on the source for it to come. Because I did my shadow work. Well, Rick, what's shadow work? Because a lot of people, they scared of it. A lot of people, they hear shadow work, they think negative. Before you can manifest anything, you got to do your shadow work. You got to fix all that unseen, fucked up shit that don't nobody know you got in you but you. Because that situation doesn't affect you. It's how you think about it. It's how you perceive it. It's how you see it. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to put everything in your circumference that helps you manifest. Even if you hanging around and talking to the wrong people, that's taking you out of alignment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have so much energy in you that you could light up a whole city for a whole week. You dig? If they knew how to get the energy from you like that. But they do it through distractions. Why do you think we got more distractions than ever today? Because your energy is more valuable than anything in this world. Your energy current is your financial currency. It's your well-being currency. See, we hear shit and we put up the little memes on Facebook and all that shit. And that don't work. That don't get it. It takes personal work. It takes time alone. Yeah, it's a lonely road because you so focused you really can't give your energy to nothing and no one else unless they're giving you that energy back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you dealing with somebody and they not giving you the same energy that you giving them, they stealing from you. They killing your dreams. I'm trying to tell y'all, and y'all know it. Y'all know, people, we've all experienced it. We was with somebody and things got better. We was with some other people and things got worse. That's because of your focus. That's because of the frequency you carry about what you're doing. Because the first frequency to get straight is how you feel about yourself. And I ain't talking about the bullshit that you tell yourself. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about the bullshit you put on Facebook and what you tell all the motherfuckers and how you carry around, how you walk around, you know what I'm saying, and your ego. No, we ain't talking about that. We talking about being real with yourself, knowing goddamn well it's certain things you need to fix. And even if you a praying person, it still takes work. People think they're going to throw up a prayer and the blessing going to come down. No, you got to get on that frequency. You have to get on the source. The source of how it's going to come. Not the object. Because you can go anywhere and just touch the object. But you got to get on the source for it to come to you. When you get on the source for it to come to you, you winning. See, this is why they gave us all these distractions: TV, cell phone, computers, live stream, all this shit. It's to distract you. And what people don't realize is the more freedom they give us, the more incarcerated we become. That's why you can't say certain things no more. That's why people who follow the norms, the trends, seem crazy. If you don't grab a hold of who you are, you will never get what's rightfully yours. See, first of all, you got to realize you are an extension of God. God is not outside of you. God is not in the sky. You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to go nowhere to get to God. Because even the Bible states the kingdom of heaven is within, right? And then it says God dwells in the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to say it again. The Bible states that the kingdom of God is within. And God dwells in the kingdom. So why are we looking outside of ourselves for blessings, for dreams, for love, for anything? What are we doing? We doing what everybody else doing. See, that's why I don't trip about somebody not understanding where I'm coming from. I understand that. Because I done been where they at. But they're not where I am. See, life is simple. We the ones that make our lives difficult. Because we listen to the narratives. Oh, we can do this. Oh, it's cool to do that. It's cool to do that. It's cool to do that. That's why we're losing. That's why we're losing. Because we not being who we supposed to be to get what's rightfully ours. Just like, seriously. Because now I understand why history was told to us the way it was told to us. History was told to us in one big lie. Just like what's happening now is going to be lied about 20, 30 years from now. You feel me? When they said become conscious, it don't mean about what's going on around you. Because that's your distraction. Being conscious means be aware of what's going on inside you. Because that's your truth. Whether it's good or bad, that's your truth. Now if it's bad, you got to fix it. God ain't gonna fix it. If it's not in your heart to want it, you will not get it. Meaning, if you ask for it for the wrong reasons, you will get the wrong reasons. You get what's in your heart. You get what you are. you don't get what you want. So you have to become what you want. You might see, let me tell you something. When it comes to wanting something, you have to give up something. I don't care what it is. If you want to make money, you got to give up your time for a job. So, even Jacob in the Bible wrestled with an angel for a blessing. Huh? Even Jacob, the story of Jacob's ladder, he had to wrestle with an angel for a blessing. Now, Jacob didn't actually wrestle with no angel. What that scripture means is Jacob wrestled with an angle, not an angel, because an angel is an angle of light. It's a blessing. It's information. Jacob wrestled with his own mind to get his blessing. You got to wrestle with yourself for what you want. Don't fuck this world. This world is only distracting you from what you want. This world is not helping you with what you want. That's why they told us lies about history. That's why they told us. Now, people might not believe this, but I've done my studies with my own family. When I got this information, and I wouldn't even sit here on Facebook and lie to you. Slavery was not chains and shackles and beatings. That wasn't slavery. Slavery was taxes. Same thing it is today. Slavery was overtaxed employment, overtaxed businesses. That's what slavery was. That's what see, we got to get out of the slave mentality thinking that we was fucking slaves and we was brought over here from Africa. You from right here. You from right here. This your shit. It was just stolen and lied to you. See, I'm gonna show you how they stole the land from us, y'all. Check this out. Please listen to this. And if you don't believe me, inbox me, and I can show you the receipts. When they came over here, we had our own land, we had our acres. We was called sharecroppers because that's how we ate. That's how we made a living. We shared our crops. We didn't have no money. So they came over here, built their own shit, wrote their own laws, and came up with taxes. Okay? So we had to start selling our crops because they made money popular. All right? Check this out. So when they start taxing the crops, the sharecroppers, which was our people, couldn't keep up the taxes. So what did they put in place for that? The banks came up with loans. So our people had to get loans in order to keep their damn farms. And they even had something for that. Because how can you pay back your fucking loan and still keep up your shit? Because now you got two people eating out your fucking out your money. So when the sharecropper got into too much debt, guess what they did, y'all? They had the sharecropper to sign over his fucking land to the fucking bank. And that's what Martin Luther King was talking about. Because they were selling our land to the white folks for pennies. This is how they stole the land. This is why they not going to give us fucking reparations. This is why you got to manifest your own shit. The reason they not going to give us reparations is because it's going to open up a can of worms. Because reparations is going to really call, money ain't no reparations because that's they shit. The land is ours. The land is ours. That's why they not going to give us reparations. That's why they came up with laws so they could take the land legally. So this is why we have to manifest for ourselves, y'all. Don't pay no attention to the distractions that they give you. I don't give a fuck what it is. See, because all they doing is setting a tempo. Now you see, all the kids is out of fucking control. And women should be more mad at the law than the men should be. Because them your sons. And y'all, women, took your rights from the father, which is so needed right now, and gave it to them. So, if anything, we should be hollering about give rights back to black fathers. Because right now, black fathers what can we do? We can't do nothing. We can't do what's necessary. We can't do what's necessary to save our kids. So give our rights back to our fathers. Because there's a lot of these mothers out here that ain't doing the job. And if I'm lying, look at the news. See how it's all a plan. We keep falling. Let me tell you something, y'all. The more we fall for they shit, the more we get, the farther we get away from ourselves, our culture, our people, our families. They didn't come in here like gangsters. We let them in. We let these people in. We didn't, look what they did to our ancestors. And this is another thing. You wonder why everything is really so messed up. Do you actually think your ancestors gonna come and help you and you steady taking sides with this man and they systems? Ancestors upset about that. Because that's how they got tricked. And we're not in tune with ourselves, so we can't hear them. We can't hear them. You have an outer ear and you have an inner ear. You have outer eyes and you have an inner eye. Your eyes lie to you, but your vision, your imagination, That's the most important thing. Your energy. All the most important part of you ain't even seen. You can't even see the most important part of you. But they can. That's how come you locked into what they say. How we gonna sit up here and talk about coming together and niggas can't even agree on nothing? You can't get two niggas to agree on nothing. How you gonna get a whole black culture to agree on something? I'm listening. I'm listening. That's why we have to concentrate, do our own inner work, and it'll shine. See, if you want the spirit to work for you, if you want energy to work for you, you got to walk in it. And I ain't talking about what you've been told. I'm talking about what you've been told. What's in your heart. That's why you can't get no answers. Because you walking and living in the physical. Live in the physical. Walk in the spirit. Walk in the energy. Because this world has gave us nothing to be happy for. It has gave us nothing good. The news is a fucking horror story. The news is actually a horror story. If you ask me, and I'm not trying to start nothing, but I don't see why no black person should go vote. Because every time we vote, we giving power to their system. We cannot kill a system that we steady supporting. It's impossible. You can't kill nothing that you steady giving life to. We've been tricked with the grammar. We've been tricked with the glamour. Come on, man. How long we gonna do? It's 2022. And ain't nobody advanced but them. They got us going they got our people going in the store stealing wigs. They got our people carjacking people. Because see, I'm looking at the source. Because when a person don't know no better, you can't blame them. It's what we've been taught. Because I was once one of them people. But I knew it was more to life than what I was living. And I had to go sit down. I had to find solitude and seclusion. Man, I can't even explain about the shit that I've been through. And I ain't just talking about physically. I'm talking about spiritually. See, you got to know the language. You can pray all the fuck you want to. You can try to manifest all you want to. But if you don't know the fucking language. That's why I'm making this video, because somebody was like, I don't know how to I ain't manifesting. Because evidently, you ain't clear. Or you're not serious. You have to be consistent. That's with everything in life. Even with a job, you got to get up and consistently go to that motherfucker. And here's the crazy part. People, check this out. This is gonna fuck people up. People will trust Amazon and people more than they trust their God. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. People trust Amazon and other people more than they trust their God. And I ain't talking about trusting God to where I'm going to sit there and pray and it's going to drop out the sky and knock at my door. I'm talking about you know how you're supposed to trust God? You're supposed to make a conscious decision of what you want to do. And you're supposed to get your ass up and go for it and trust that you're going to get what you go after for, what you go after. That's the only way it works. That's the only way it works. And the only way you can be thinking about energy is shit. You got to know alchemy. You got to know how to work with the elements. Because I can do more sitting here on my couch, sitting there painting, going in the back tattooing, than I can do ripping and running. Going nowhere fast. We got to listen. If you don't get no better to make it better, it ain't gonna get no better. And it's as simple as that. It ain't gonna get no. Let me tell you something. Some people have lived a chaotic life so long to where they have subconsciously tricked themselves into saying that it's beautiful. Because they don't want to get up and do the necessary things that it takes to make it better. You see what I'm saying? To make your life better, you might have to quit talking to some people. To make your life better, you might have to end some relationships. You got to give up something. You just don't. See, that's what's wrong. We want to pile all this stuff up on our lives and then sit up and talk about how difficult it is. Which is an oxymoron. How many times you gonna do the same thing in different ways? And I understand that point. Because I didn't get it right until I ran out of ways of getting it wrong. Because I was too intelligent for myself. I didn't understand it when my daddy told me, "You too smart for your own good." I was. But when I realized that when I realized that I was in my own way, when I realized I was in my own way, I sat down. Let me sit my ass down. Get out the way. You got to get out your way. Because everything you want ain't good for you. Everything you want ain't good for you. It's got to balance in your life. That person has to have good energy for your life because you got good energy for their life. This thing you want, it has to serve a purpose in your life. To be of service. See, people want so much, but they not of service. People don't have enough because they don't do enough. It's just that simple. Ain't nobody cursing you. Ain't no fucking devil after you. That's an effect of your cause. Cause and effect. That's a cause that you affected. See, we don't want to play. We don't want to take responsibility in our own shit. That's why I hate seeing them fucking blessed memes on say Facebook. You know, it's all that shit about God sending a blessing your way. Claim it. If that's the case, you think God gonna send you a blessing? He ain't gonna bless all these other people out here that's dying and shit? Be real with yourself. The only way God gonna bless you, see, it says, how does it go? God bless the courageous. You got to be courageous in what you want. Meaning, if I got to stop doing this, or I got to stop doing that, or I got to let this go, fuck it. It's gone. You know how many friends I done lost in the last couple of years and they ain't even dead? And a lot of them ain't even done nothing. And that's the reason I let them go. Because they wasn't doing nothing. Stop giving your energy to dead shit. And you will have enough energy to manifest. Get all that bullshit out your heart. Because guess what? If a motherfucker don't like you, or a motherfucker hating on you, the fact is, I'm going to go to the core of it. The fact is, the reason a person hating on you, because they see your light. They see your light. They see something in you that they can't see in themselves. That's where hatred comes from. You're doing something that person can't do or don't think they could do. We got to get out of these negative narratives that they setting for us. Straight, that's why, you know, like Facebook, social media has become some people's God. It has become some people's life. That's why I ain't been on here. I ain't did no live in a long time, months. Since last year. Because I'm steady focusing on my growth. You dig? I love focusing on my growth. See, because if you can't find no peace in yourself, knowledge will have no room. Chaos destroys everything. Now, there's people out here like myself who knows how to turn chaos into prosperity. Because, and it's crazy because it came from how I perceived life when I was growing up. I always made the best of every fucked up situation. And I didn't do it to lie to myself, to be comfortable. I did it to get up out of it. I lied to myself to get up out of those situations. See, because if the mind can be controlled, control your own fucking mind. That's why I can honestly say I'm fucking happy. That's why I can honestly say I know what joy is. Because I get to do what I want to do from doing what I want to do. See, when you be happy, that you can do what you want to do from what you want to do. Shit becomes so simple. It becomes so simple. We the ones who make our lives difficult. Because we invite all this shit in our lives. We invite everything we see in our lives. Just like what the Bible say. If your eyes cause you to sin, pluck them out. So of course we know God ain't telling you to pluck your eyes out, but it's fucked up that it say like that, that it says that. But literally but basically what that means is metaphysics. You know what I'm saying? If what you see is affecting you in your walk with yourself, you got to kill a vision. Don't pluck it out, but kill it. Stop it. Turn away from it. Because I swear to God, I'm not gay, but fuck, I get tired of seeing fucking asses on Facebook. Everything is sex. And you want to know why everything is sex? Because it attacks your lower chakra. And that's where all your energy at. So if your energy stay in your lower chakra, how can you raise your kundalini to your heart to manifest what you want? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So it's a lot of people, they stuck in limbo. They're not moving, they're not learning, they just drifting. And people sitting up here thinking that you wasn't born with instructions. Everybody was born with instructions. They're just not outside of you. They're inside of you. And if you're not paying attention to the inside of you, you will not get the instructions. It's just, if you believe in your God, you think your God would send you to earth with no instructions? Text message. Talking about the world's instructions, we talking about the instructions that was instilled in you. We talking about where, and if you want to go to the occult part of it, we talking about the instructions that you gave yourself when you got here. It's called your path. And if you're not following those instructions, you're not on your path. So you will be like Alice in Wonderland. You will be like the girl in the Wizard of Oz. Going through all these fucked up roads, looking for the wizard. No fucking wizard. That's what they got y'all thinking. God is a fucking wizard. You the secret. You the greatest representation of God. What you looking for? The fuck you looking for? And I don't even get mad at people who live a crazy life, chaotic life. I feel sorry for them. It make me appreciate my peace even more. It makes me appreciate. Let me tell you something. When I see people living in chaos, I don't talk about them. I don't look down on them because everybody got their shit to go through. Now, whether they learning or not, that's on them. But it just makes me say, I'm so grateful for my life. I'm so grateful that I follow my intuition. That's your guide. But with distractions, you won't hear it. You got to get on your frequency. You got two paths. You got a path that you take if you don't trust yourself. And you got a path that you take if you do trust yourself. And I ain't talking about trust or what nobody told you. I'm talking about trusting yourself. Trust those intuitional thoughts. Get in this. We have to get in the frequency of the vibration of the feeling. Let me break it down to y'all. This is how the body attracts. This is what you call the magnetism. So, when you carry a certain frequency, everybody, when we carry a certain frequency, the thought sends a message to the nerves. You feel through your nerves. So, when your nerves has got activated and they start vibing a certain way, slow or fast, now you're going to start magnetizing what frequency you on. That's how you know. That's why you cannot let nothing outside of you control what's going on inside of you. I'm not saying be happy with it. I'm not saying be happy, but know how to deal with it. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I don't experience nothing, because I do. I just know how to deal with it. Because the life that I came from, man, please, where I'm living now ain't shit. For real, for real. But man, I just wanted to spread this message, man. We got to come up out the bullshit. Especially my brothers, man. We got to get back in our kids' lives, man, because if we don't get in our kids' life, somebody else will. That's a fact. So, peace out, people. I'm finna get back to painting a little bit. And for my chill out day, it's a Saturday.